In today's tutorial, we're going to be going over the two best money makers in the game for beginner players. I've selected these two because they are so easy to set up with the starting amount of £1 million and require next to no effort to continue that money rolling in. One is a set and forget, and the other requires very little effort on the player's part. This means that you can get your finances in order the second you start the game, and then the rest of it will just come as easy as pie. They might not be the highest earners in the game, but they are definitely the highest earners with the least amount of effort. When setting up your game, it is going to be important to start with Riverbend Springs. The reason for this is that you have the cement factory already placed on the map. You are still going to have to buy it, but you're not going to have to buy any extra land to be able to fit it on. So Riverbend Springs really is the best starting map for this scenario. You're probably going to want to start with New Farmer just because it has most of the settings already done. You're going to want to go to your start money and change it to 1 million because you're going to need that money to set the two things up. You're not going to want a loan because that's going to start costing you money each month and offset the money you're going to make with these two money makers in place. If you want to make the most money possibly, you're going to want the economic difficulty on easy so you're getting the maximum amount of profits, although I do tend to normally start on normal and it still gives a fair amount of return. You are going to want your start farm because you're going to need the area again without having to buy more land to be able to place your greenhouses and things down. You are not going to need the guided intro tour because it's a waste of time if you're already familiar with the game. Then you're going to hit continue and the fun can really begin. Once you've loaded into your game, you're probably going to want to go to your shop first. The reason why you need to do that is so you can go into your construction menu. This is going to be for tutorial purposes, so you don't need to sell the buildings I'm about to sell. The reason why I'm doing it is to show you how much space you're going to need. So you're going to sell your first starting barn, which is going to give you 47 grand on top that you don't really need. Then what you're going to go down is to your production menu. You're going to go to your greenhouses first. You're going to want your small top greenhouse because it offers you the best value for money. The glass greenhouses cost you about 30% more and offer no benefit. And the large greenhouse offers you more storage, but it's the work rate here that we want. It's the cycles per month. And since they don't change between large and small, you're going to get more value for money as long as you keep the water topped up because you're going to get more produce for the same price. The small top greenhouse costs 9,000, whereas the large greenhouse costs 36. So for the same money, you can get 4 greenhouses, which offer 4 times the amount of product as a result. So we're going to take these, we're going to place them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. Then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to fill them up. This means that you're going to have to buy another piece of equipment, but it's very, very cheap. What you're going to do is you're going to go scroll down. You're going to look for the animals section. You're going to look for your water container. You're probably going to want the big one, but you're only going to need to do this once, and then you can buy one of the smaller ones later on. So what you're going to do is you're going to lease it out to save you some money. You don't need it to be flashy or anything. You're just going to lease it for this one time. And then once you've got the money rolling in, you can decide which container you want to continue the water being topped up. So instead of the £90,000 it's going to cost you to buy, it's only going to cost you 4.5 grand to lease it out. You are, of course, going to need to lease a tractor or with a dolly or a truck in order to work this as well. We're going to go with the truck because it's the quickest and easiest, especially with the Transtar. So again, the Transtar only costs you 45,000. If you lease it, that's only going to cost you 3. So far we've spent 7,000 plus the 36, so we're on £43,000. Once all of your greenhouses are full with water, what you're going to want to do is you want to go to the production menu screen and you want to go down to your little ingredients here. Once you want to go and activate, and you only want to activate these to get the most out of it because all the water is going to go to those and nothing else, which means you're going to be able to be more efficient, are the chili peppers, the garlic, the Napa carriage, and the spring onion. So you're going to activate these individually, one by one. And then what you want to do is you want to change the output mode of each of these to distributing. And what this will do is it will automatically distribute them to the production we are about to buy. Like so. Once in your productions screen, you're going to go to your canning factory, which you've just bought, and you're going to scroll down to kimchi. You're going to activate this, and you're going to change the output mode to selling. The reason why you're going to do this is because it's going to produce a constant flow of the kimchi to make you the most money. It uses all of those greenhouse produce, but you don't have to do anything else. All you got to do is keep your greenhouses topped up with water and you will have a constant stream of money. This is fantastic. This is great. As you can see, it takes all of these and there aren't a lot of storage for your spring onions. So if you set this to store, what's going to happen is once it's full, your spring onion is going to get full and you're going to have a bottleneck, especially when you've got 4 greenhouses producing the same amount as one large greenhouse. So it just allows that flow to continue. It makes it very easy to do, and you can get water either from your water tower for a cost, or you can go down to the lake or the river and collect your river water that way for free. This is a really good and easy way to get a passive income coming into your farm. Now for the second moneymaker. For this one, you're going to come back to your productions menu, go down to the available and visit your cement factory. Once here, you're going to go and buy it. Now this, again, is going to cost you a fair amount of money, which is why you need that 1 million setup cost. It's going to cost you £370,000. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go to your store and you're going to purchase a trailer. You're going to purchase the Cramp Half Pipe HP 20. This is perfect because it is the perfect height for your stones that you're going to be collecting, and it also holds a decent amount of 12,000. You're going to choose whatever colour you like, and you're going to buy it because you're going to use it a lot. Once done that, what you're going to then do is you're going to look at your contracts. And then in the contracts, you're going to look for your stone picking. Once you've got your stone picking, it's going to pay you £2,000 per contract. But if you borrow the items and then unload your stones from the stone picker into your trailer, you can then take those to your cement factory to make your produce. The reason why you borrow the items from the stone picking contract is because stones in 25 actually damage your equipment, unlike in 22, which is where it just damaged your paint condition. So this is going to cut down on your maintenance costs because you're just going to be using the trailer to carry to and from each of your contracts. And the reason why this is important is because of how much your concrete is actually worth from your stones. And you get to keep all of the stones from the stone picking contracts. This is a really easy way of making money early game. Now, if you want to go the next stage, what you can do is you can go to your build menu. And once in your build menu, you want to go to your factories. In your factories, there is a big debris crusher here. It's going to cost you £99,000. And what you're going to do then is you are going to need a bucket and a front loader on top. But this produces 36,000 litres of stones every 24-hour period on a 4-day month. That means you're going to be getting around 144,000 litres of stone to put into your cement factory for free, because that's what it does. It's a non-manageable production. It just produces stones. You go and you collect it. It is a bit more labour intensive, and it also requires some skill with a front loader, which if you're new to the game, you're not going to have, which is why I suggest doing your stone picking contracts, because they're easy and they don't cost anything, and you make money from the contracts as well. This is really, really good and really, really easy, and something that I wish I'd done. And you've got plenty of money left over from that 1 million starting to then buy or lease equipment to run your fields that you start with on your starting farm. The productions, like I say, do pay incredibly well. If we go down and we look at kimchi, we can see here that kimchi sells for £2,000 every 1,000 litres, and it doesn't really change at all, which means that you can set it to sell the entire year round. As for your concrete and your concrete box and your cement and everything, that sells for a hell of a lot of money. You're looking at £4,864, and at high it sells for £4,753. Your cement bags, £3,000. Okay, so you're making so much money for very, very little effort. If you set these up, you will have enough money coming in over each month to pretty much pay for anything you need, and it's passive income. You just set it to sell and forget it. I hope this tutorial has really helped you set up your farm to get off to the best start possible. That's easy to do for new players and really handy to have for more experienced players. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. Ciao, ciao.